Make I just give you the analysis quick of the result. For the chairperson, next say, na 296 polling stations. Na dem be dey. The voter turnout na be 36,034. You know how much voter be register? 84,293. So for chairperson, now only 43%, 43.3% na dem vote. So you go say waiting. The voter turnout was low. Then say the valid vote, the one that will vote correctly, na 33,497. Void vote, the one that will not vote out for vote, 2,537. We make 7.04% of the total vote casted. If 7.0% then vote no count, who that we go blame? NEC, for say NEC not do proper voter education? Or we want blame say, but when I know say na the provinces, and people they not go school, so they not sabi. And then they will want for blame among 2,537 people them voted. Then go hopefully thinking to say their own vote go count. But because they're not doing proper, void, invalid. Okay? Think about that. I don't know how you see them, but I don't feel say them people in there, then left them host for go vote, for say then go vote void vote. More voter education, just like what Michael Coker say, it's necessary. That's now for the chairperson. Now, let we come to the councillor. Next say, this councillor now get this issue. The issue now they talk about. Next say, na 15 polling station. Only 15. The chairmanship na be 296. This na only 15. The voter turnout 2,414. How much people being registered say they get interest for vote? Now be 3,954. So on this one, 61.1%. 61.1% na then go vote. The total number of valid votes 2,279. On the chairperson, the void vote, it beats the one them. All we choose cancel on here. The number of void votes. You want to say yes because the polling stations have been boku. Well, just imagine, This back no escape void vote. 135 void vote. 5.59%. Yana na be 7.04%. Yana 5.59%. Void vote. Then people here come on at the house. Then go for go vote. You go say the energy what the party then get for set boss. Why they not use them for teach them people there how for vote? Why they not use them for teach them. Void vote, okay, always make fun and salon say a void vote na bin party. Then go they beat some political party safe. A void vote na bin party. But as we they come in this day and age, I think it's necessary for make everybody playing part. The political parties, NECO, all man play part. Because if the political party, let me just make that, if the political party then put energy for teach them people there how for vote, now therefore don't get this void vote here, this invalid vote. But no. Then they wait for the day. We then say then they count after election. And that day they wait for go set ala. Make we come with doctor. Make we waiting in get for we. Welcome on board, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo. You get the platform.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. Good morning to many others. Happy New Week. Thanks to you. Thanks to Usman Tolly. Thanks to 98.1 and to all the listeners them and viewers them where they listen now and where they get for listen afterwards. And also to all the patriotic Sierra Leoneans them where they speak, honestly against within what they discuss now so today. This particular one we don't talk about it. And I know say I don't give you takes on how we politicians and they behave, but first let's just start with NEC. We now then they in charge of the election now we country. I believe say there is a lot of training that needs to be done within that, commission day. But let they understand say people's right, people's vote means a lot. It determines how Sierra Leone get for go forward, how Sierra Leone get for grow as a nation. So anybody where they hold any position within that commission get for be reliable, get for be trustworthy, get for be accountable for waiting that they do when it comes to their actions, in counting these ballots and ensuring that every vote it counts. Nobody gets right over making any sort of mistake when it comes to people and vote. And we can see, in certain areas there where you make mistake, you are allowed to initial your mistake, and then if not been part of NEC, then your own guidelines as to saying you don't make this mistake, you write this number in an error. But it shouldn't just be like you make the signature and it stops there. Those ballots should be recounted and maybe even take a couple of days to ensure say that mistake the way you say you do. There are steps then where you need for follow. If you don't follow those steps and you do those type of things, that's really a legal thing where that person they for no say you don't falsify people then vote or counting. So definitely we they see now so in America where they can put people in a polling stations them, then they go through training before the day of the election for ensure say everybody within that commission they go for work for the election committee, they follow the guidelines them, no they try for make any changes because they talk about the nation in democracy, in how we go make sure say we country, everybody in voice is heard. As we encourage people then for vote, we want for also let them feel like say the vote that time we didn't take for go vote. People then respect them, people then appreciate them, people then see and say, now so then speak for themselves. And then it bring me into we law and order now we country. We really need for put things them in place for ensure say whether not the police officers them, whether not any other sector we come to law and order now we country, people then they follow and really do something about where they see something they go wrong. They say if you see something, say something. Don't just stand there and look. But in many cases, we can just see people that need to talk. They need to do the right thing. And if you call yourself a patriotic Sierra Leonean, we care about Salone in development, we care about how we country they move forward, you go really speak to things like this and ensure say you intervene where you need for intervene. So this again get for go to the IG for how it get for train in police officers them for things like this. No politician now in right mind should be going to the polling station where you don't do your own voting for the day. You done, you go home or you go to a headquarter, wherever una want for celebrate afterwards, whether not celebration, whether not losing, whichever one. You shouldn't be, at the polling station causing chaos. Where in me, I will talk this, I'm sure many people have. Now a disgrace to a nation. It's a shameful act what they do for the longest. But I think say it's about time them begin for see the consequences them where the actions then they do to a nation in development, because now then they put we country behind. In the beginning, if you cannot be honest, maybe you get for be honest, you get for be transparent, you get for be somebody way accountable for every action way they do before you hold a political office. And if you cannot do any of these things before you even hold that office, what guarantee do we have as Sierra Leoneans to trust you to rule us, to govern us, to actually represent us in the nation? And not feel say they get that credibility there. So there's a problem already with the one that we can go say then they run for politics. Maybe the political science when they take a school, maybe they need to go back and revise what's in the criteria for let you say you want to run for office. What's in your intention? Is your intention to bring change and development and speak up, make policies them we go speak for all Sierra Leoneans, rather for just you own thinking say, oh, I'm going to politics because I go get rich overnight or over this time. Oh, you do what you want for do. But for me, now a shameful act, and this type of act really need for stop na Salone. And we want to tell Marcella Samba Tanki for where it voice out some of the consequences them will go take place if them people they are so not do the right thing. And some of we Sierra Leoneans we feel say for things say this now like we person speak the truth, it's one-sided. Me, I want for disagree. At this point, we all Sierra Leoneans them get for really sit down and say to ourselves, are we seeing any improvement after 60 years of being independent? After 60 years, have we seen that improvement, that development? What would they crave for? What would they talk about? If we not say the answer to that is no, Lord speak as one voice. Lord not say now we all get for say something for that. The one that way they come and take advantage of situations them or things that now we country will stop this act. We don't go on for years. We know already Sierra Leoneans that we don't go through war. And we know what it don't affect we. And even though with that, then they say, oh, now that make we know they so side. No, fine. If that did affect us, things that they affect person. But you grab, you shake off your dress or you shake off your pants and keep moving. Don't keep going backward, just keep going forward. But for we, it just feel like there's a stagnation. So do as Sierra Leoneans them, law not be like that. Let's try to speak as one voice and law be speaking to the truth. When you see something wrong, talk am. Not say because I belong to this color. Now 3 colors them we flag get, but it's one piece. It's never divided. You need to go see the Salone flag. You say when you put on pan the bar or the stick wey dem get for put on pan, every color get for go na im own side. No, na one color, na one 3 colors in one. Now it's type for say, meaning we all go for speakers. The green, white, and blue represent that country, that flag, within each of the flag, they mean so many things. If we know what our country deserves, we will speak on its behalf. So for the youth man them, my advice to una, be wise, don't be misled by these people that are not even matured to think that. Therefore, they think, say, how can I go out to the community, educate these youth men, find them jobs, find a way for them to have jobs. You not get job. Then give you 100,000 euros. How long did it last you? Now, for ask yourself, if the answer to that again, now no. For say, they last you past 1 month. No go fet. Speak no. Say no to what and they do. Tell them you are wrong. We don't tire. We really want for see Salone go forward. But we gladly for the see that things like this are beginning to come out. People are beginning to speak. Because where the major election or the election where they change with presidency come, we want for ensure say things and they in place, strategies and they in place for ensure say this doesn't happen, so that we will get a fair and clean, transparent election. Uda deserve them and Uda earn it, and for we be re-elected in a way count 2023. So for that, I just want for say Sierra Leone, let's think about we motto. When our unity, freedom, and justice. So Lord, do justice to Salone election. Lord, do justice to everything what they do, what speak, what breathe in. If we care for Salone, Lord, care for Salone with all we heart. So I will let an answer and hope that we will get a better solution in how we will handle things going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aissatou.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's Dr. Aissatou Kakejalo in your submission for today. Neck, oh neck. Salone Police, oh Salone Police. Una name the play. The youth them. Una self you name the play. Well, make you come with us friend. Make we hear waiting in get for it today. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to Dr. Aissatou K and Mr. Usman Toli for the previous take inside this discussion. Regarding this election, what would you look at now a different phase? Because we don't look at the issues that will be come on the day of the election. And even before then, we don't see the visitation of even big stalwarts then for try to promote information, who then they try for pass to them people regarding things and who they want for be in favor. So you look at it from this area of how this information then they translate them. Because the information translation now in the main problem here. How the information we get and we're able to translate them to we, how the information we the observers and then they can translate to we, the information we the civil society and try for translate to we, and then the police then they listen, but then we not know which in them get for makeup of all this translation. Will not know the ACC waiting and get for makeup of this translation, and they will not even know waiting finally the observers them way in terms of the one day will they bring in a democratic institution at the area at the ground, because these are the backbone of all this what they go on when an experimental thing wouldn't they do based on other things and waiting would they try for see, then they try for check credibility of election. The credibility of election are they find output. But now the very election itself, it don't go on the politicians and the parties, stalwart, and the CS, the civil societies, the press, the media. And then even you, they try for help for the translation, they go on. The mainstream media, they try for the translation. But at this moment, information in translation, they don't come make it so hard because if they see bodies, all man they try for can translate them. Man, where they can give in campaign strategies, where they try for campaign, but we don't know a strategy for campaign if you be whole water to the citizens, when the voting day come, then go rely on that one day, question that one day. Then you begin to ask back, the one that would us organize this, they don't get the capacity of for go observe this, that the CSO then did it in the form of the National Electoral Witness or something where they go look and observe. And then beyond they go gather information, try for take recommendations where European Union, when have been the overall for look over the election, say now we recommend that to you. But when you draw a line in this communication, in translation of this information, you find out see the one way, like the main factor, first of all, like the late recruitment and the late disposition of finance. It will be from Broadways, because that was one of the recommendations of the 29 EU give. Saying if they want the election, they get problem. We don't observe it, they wouldn't be late give the fund. Then let's give the fund, so you will find out say there might have been late recruitment. So one of the recruitment area, waiting the other factor say, then try for make a statement, an ironic statement for suppress and oppress the other statement for say, well, we will now do this. Then they try for talk say now, we now don't go employ people in the net where then they na party belonging. We now not vet them. So you the question that they say, why should there be late recruitment? So all the factors there, you bring them to the table. But when you come to reality, you go find out, say, there is the issue when they try for bring in their translation, because now they are the refs when we come to this point now. The point of them being refs, because then they try for bring around the reconciliation that results in the reconciliation form. Then they bring that in a mathematical form for let people try to understand, say, now that one day they allow you go to the final input. Okay, if what in that will be right for say, if I can't further again add to that, you go find out, say, what in did they try for say, now the final outcome. Because if they give you 30 ballot votes, you get for account in the final lines in a 30 votes. But you they put in category, the one they wouldn't spoil, the one they wouldn't void, the one they way they no use. So you finally make that reconciliation for say then why I all did it. If possible say you go get the category for one they way point. So then use them all. You go find out. So all the category and then are there in the tell we. But in not tell we if what it make the area of the input of the final one for CCN where like this it designate to them. That this is designate to them. All in try for analyze with for the designation of what make the error day, now the total count. Then if you know they you know go able for put an input. So you will find out that one day go come out. But what in they put now the figures for saying that then wire. So now the reason I wanted to say when there is that area where you can put that input, for let you go say you know go accept them. If not 30 you put the 30 no go, then you begin to analyze and in they ask you what you want, you analyze that one day, you analyze that one day. If you not go accept them, that means if you not bring the 30 back, I don't believe say he go refuse for say because you don't go put 50. I mean of the 30, then you don't go put 10 yonder, and then you don't go put 20 yonder. But the machine will look and ask you why you put 10 and 20 there. The machine is asking you, is the 30 available? So you now will input the areas them where belong. I believe say that area, even if somebody not technical, I don't believe say them go sense and that way because the ballot paper and the form, you not get electronic side and you get electronic side for give the figure. the final one them. But the other right, but the point where I try to bring here, the translation when they translate information. So in the final say the credibility, they not accept them because there is somebody when they say you don't input this. But in the say now the final figure where in the input, he put them instead of that one day. But when he put them from the evidence, he sum up to a figure of 100. So he not go even for say the two figures, let's say he mistake like 83 and 49, who go bring it to a different figure where now that 149 where they don't give. You see, so we say the one way round up to 83, that means they don't add the 100 number for can add down to the other one. So they cross match and say, well, instead of Ugian to APC, we miss Ugian to SNPP. And then the final figure will for be 149. But when you count still, because the APC therefore, when you count the 83 and 49, they're not going to give you 149. So that 149, how it will able to go into the system. So the system no will accept them because already you don't add the number of the excess ballots they would give you. So you find out the information or the city operation don't come back, so people don't go first, people come with vehicle, people do this. But the area where the recommendations, where they don't give them, the United Nations, how they call them, the EU, backed by this other group, what they call the National Democratic Institute, where they been open 1985. I think like Elect Johnson and the EDGAR group with some other members, then they go to a different country, then main aim about peace. You go to the website, you didn't see about peace. How the peace they come now through credible elections. How people are able to do them. So you find out that they involve the one they want are democratic reformers. The democratic reformers they did it, and they get the CSOs and they get the civil society they want to be new. So then they give them from there through US aid and through by the one they want are the observers they would train where they do that education at the European Union. So you see, all this they go on where they find out there is an issue of information translation. When you come back to the area where government get for try look into, where they gonna the overall for try this organ, you get a capacity. The capacity is now to the police, the capacity there to the technology when I get for use. Because during the election, self way pass so 2008, I believe so then they get two then issue there of inputs. Then when they use one like the old system, they use the new one. But it comes to a point where the former electoral commissioner, he said then we'll go back to the old one. So input of this, then therefore know say this is the structure we'll get. We'll get the police capacity, and then the citizens. Then we try and look at this area where the United Nations peacekeeping, where they don't bring say, would they give the youth another 10 years? So instead of at the age of 25, if we retire from youthful, then they give 35. Now we try and look into that one and they let the parties accept them. Wherein we will restructure this. A youth is a youth now because they don't give all this. The government don't make use of the 10 years for it. For them go give that waste 10 years to the youth. They don't use them for them go can't look how they go able for change the face of politics in the form of wherein a decision then they make. They don't get a factor for say the decision then you can based on waiting people and get. Then they look out from resentment. The way they get this and they take a resentment. But if they bring the resentment at the table and then the people they don't tell us that problem for you the government not do them, the people that would ask you not to do them because Ellen Johnson I believe why then they prove all that thing there. You go question. I don't know if you know go visit. This Canway Canal Salon. You see the president. But you ask now. Then they bring their help. When they bring their help, then they recommend. Say, man, now try pull the money. Now the first recommendation, they say, not even pull money. They say, not even give the infrastructure. Then the thing that we don't give, una all for put that election. Then can they not grab go do the election? All these factors are affecting. The money is wasted. New they get a problem now. Now the woman they get the gender inequality because and then you see again the communication. When you communicate with somebody where they far,
and the person you sit down in the see it's different. When Lima was on the phone, his behavior was different because he don't see the eyeball of Marcella. He therefore go use words. So you don't press again, you get a duty where you get for no say this tension I will learn from, I no go create it again. Because I get to know passionate people then. Because people then they behave not only because they want to behave that way, but then they behave sometimes they get one be there for say that unconscious biasness. You don't get them because like culture where they see as then you they add and now back with your own addition based on your character. But today when you go in a democracy, it was a bit actually aggressive, but not so face to face. Because if Lima was in the in AYV things, it not before don't tell that woman that's a word we use. If before they argue, then they argue. So in the final say the information when you get it contradict them. In try to say neck na terrible thing. Neck what he did and they help this. Then now neck don't go employ. So they say then everybody's complicating and they bring an irony of then they suppress people and say then any whether one day police they bring this is suppressor. Usa they come to the citizens who has to try and look for say we therefore need forget we get empowerment. But if they are not being listened to again based on the bridge what they because sometimes the bridge and they try for link up with the new they go meet 10 people there, then they go talk to the chiefs then. But how that information will be interpreted? The one day when the National Democratic Institute they partner with the Information for Republic Institute, what are they fret about disinformation versus democracy? Another one day they happen so that disinformation and democracy. How they will achieve democracy and the fret for do now? They happen. So they therefore be feeling ashamed that we have to sit back a minute and look so that we no go expose, say, we are following democracy. But until they will not conscious say, not to democracy, because personally it don't happen now, later now, I can't realize it, oh, we get for faith and now hard. And you are working with time, the management will manage, the manager with time. When they put those gaps, then any system where they apply, no, they work. The money there, on time, in recruitment good day. Why they negotiate recruitment of people? That means they added the number. You have to have standby people. You for program that one day, not to last minute. So that you go look at the structures and they even say the process don't go well. Who say the process can get problem? Now don't try to the ending was the counting. So security, the net get for see the strategy wouldn't get for apply when will they count. Even if people in the day, we know will make them become agitated because we get to know the culture what they, but we try to diffuse that culture. When them begin they do current election and do current election, the APC man will bring in talks for can protect them. Why should something happen? The SFP go in the process, it go where I make careless. They go, they not they hold me, they put me. We say I get for go, like go forfeit all this. But we are looking at the capacity and the timeliness and the recognition and allowing the function for apply and let the challenges and the opportunities and not clash. The challenges them, what the youth can get for get in the opportunities them what they get for get in the end. Let the challenges they're not on opposite panel where they have been used as dogs. Then instead of the opportunities we don't get for get if there is a democratic election where the country will go peaceful, they no go get them. That is the distinction. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Manoj, I don't keep you long. God bless you and thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's now Usfriend in your submission for today. Let we come with Tony. Make we hear waiting na Tony you take on this. Welcome on board, Tony Ture Jones. You get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, good evening. Kusha Kabo Family. Yeah, I don't say this is not a sensitive issue where a lot of people they throw their thoughts and everything, but the onus here and responsibility goes to NEC. The only advice we maybe say I get for NEC is that they get for be consistent. Just like we ability say they get the handbook or whatever standards way then they follow in terms of running elections or by election or whatever kind of elections. We've seen before on previous elections, they're not to like the 1996, 2001 election and everything. You understand? There is that kind of standard wherein we know they say make political parties do not go on the ground. I mean, that's their rights. They get for campaign, they get for do whatever, then last minute things them where they get for do. But waiting me want let able for do. You understand? For make them job very credible, make them job, let them seem for be neutral, make them see say because I mean, they're there to serve the people of Sierra Leone. It's not serving one political party. This political party can win today, your opposition can win, or this whatever. Their job still remains their jobs. They have to do their jobs, and that win. When people then go vote, let them ensure say from the start when the election start in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, let there be a simple process wherein each political representative will they able to see and no say yes, this box where they can't vote, not they did and sign and this and every of that. No political party interfere. They don't allow no political party. It be SLPP, be APC, be NGC, be whatever. They don't can within that terrain. They don't allow them. Because many of the elections, if you follow outside the problems, they come. Now, when they compromise them principles wherein they allow make political party members and go inside it with talks or whatever, let them form lines. You understand? But again, it will be very difficult if the police were then there for secure life and property, then compromise the whole thing. Because we've seen even in constituency 110, the police were there, they didn't do anything. You see people go there, they didn't damage and ballots and this and that. The police know they. So, I mean, I think this is the responsibility. The world, they watch you. Everybody they watch. Okay, even at the Western world, the election gets not perfect. You understand? They're still characterized by what I think we see even at the US. Yeah, they go the recount and whatever. Yes, that's of course. You understand? But we get for make we own very credible, make we see the system or the process system within they use. If you're not vote done, and therefore make them quick because other people don't give silence and points them. If people don't know vote done or term reach for votes, who are not concerned. Lumley, for example, I'll take a case study for Lumley in a Grassfield. I remember 2001, the election where Ernest win. Nobody know they around the area. We all come to him up in our street to watch inside the field where they count. When he reach for counts, they don't allow no police, they don't allow no party, this or that self-forming. They form a minister of this or current minister. They don't allow that. Then really, if they're able for do their job that way, the job will be simple where everybody will know. See, because now everybody get phone, everybody get cameras who then go able for watch. Since the system they're clear, when they don't count down, the party representative the way they did, or whoever way they did, they foresee this, say we they can't count. And this now the figure we get. Make sure say before they even append signature, every parties were responsible when they did. See, say you know what's in accounts, you know what's in the day, we know what's in the void votes, you know the one that were damaged, you know the one that is, and when they vote on whether or not fill that form, I'm not saying the party representative or the polling agent, they go for sign. Then for paste one, because this is the process, that's why they say we forget for be consistent. This is not the process where we know say next can use. Paste one paper on the wall. We say when we follow up, now then we go see how people then vote. Another particular police. Once you make that process they clear and credible, it's transparent. All this mismatch in terms of figure, in terms of this, you they pick them up from that point there. Because they know say there is a problem with this count because you know reconcile. There is above 100 or short 100 or this or that. So now they for reconcile. So if there is any discrepancies, you guys can even for address them right there. But once they begin say this polling post for close 7 o'clock and they left until 7:30, those allowance time difference or time allowance so then they give. Now then saying that you kill them my practices here. Now then saying that you will see talk then come. Now then saying go let the police. This is the responsibility of the police for protect the terrain. Because they cannot do two jobs. They can't be running an election, then they secure the environment. The police has to do their job. But again, you go say, if the police, the boss Nauda, and no just one call in name, the internal affairs or whatever, now they're responsible for manage the police or even reports to the vice president. So it makes even the police their job become very, 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 very difficult. But if the government in power You understand? Let them allow the process for go seamlessly. Let it be transparent. It's not a do or die thing. Me, I can always say this: if political party they work, if you really they deliver, you don't need for campaign because the people invisible. People then go see you good work out there and say, no, this party they work. Or they vote for them. You understand? So once you begin, they do all them, then yuki, I want for change figure, I want for this. It creates tension. It creates unrest. It creates a lot of things. And these things when they cook. We know one like it boils down to a do or die thing where people then get for go die or people then get for go this because we know how we do with democracy. You know, 100% perfect, but let us try for maintain and make one step progress in everything we do. Once you get a process wherein you get all people, they come together. This why we don't serve together. This is all the problems. This is taxpayers' money. So we beg the police, please. Now una get for make the job very simple because if una not protect the terrain within the votes, definitely you have all these problems. You have all these things happening. You understand? And the neck, una get for make them very, very simple. Let the process not seem complex. You understand? Begin votes in the morning. See how the voting they go. Una get for can vote, he can't vote. You understand what I mean? And una don't una check, una make sure say it reconcile. Because that's where the problem come in. Outside that person, they go to put their pen in signature. Now, because probably the other parties are not involved. Or probably the process, now one person steal the show. But we are in this is an election. No, we copy best practices when it happen elsewhere in the world. It is very transparent. It is very clear. Everybody will go, we see. So even when they recount 50 times, the change or the difference will not be that significant. We're going able for change the results in terms of which party will win. Most times we see them at the Western world, we see other side of Southern Africa when they do recount because there is a proper system in place. There is that standard, there is that consistency. Let us have a consistent way in running election. Let us not get an election where we have people where go can begin with talks. There's no problem you come with talks. But that thing where they vote, where they count, we turn it for. Don't bring your talks around that vicinity today. You know, because it's difficult. Because we when you talk on the dog, you got for talk on the bone. Because most times you see governments the way they and SPP, for example, they go for lead by examples. They have to lead by example. They were in power. APC win. They hand over peacefully. Tijan come hand over peacefully. APC in power, they lost election, and it's by Kroma or Samura, they hand over peacefully. It's not a do or die. With that precedent have been set. That particular precedent, we have to go with it. If there's an election, it happen for say APC win, easy. It's not a do or die. You get another day for fight again when you go able for win election. You know, so you the big neck. This election coming in Kono, let them make sure say all the recommendations, when are sensitive recommendations, where new raised or where people then raise where them feel say go make their job simple. That's why it is important after each election they go back to the drawing board. Therefore, see where the pitfalls are, what are the challenges, what can we do better? Because they get for make sure say their job simple. These are just test case, especially the new neck box. These are just test case. The 2023 election therefore be much tense and crucial than this one, because it's like the way we see things they go, we see people that they make comments, threatening statements or whatever. It's like, let's say that Magodo Roshuna from the Bachelor's Eve. If they don't begin the tension people, you don't begin to see people being arrogant, people being terrorizing, they say certain statements. What's going to happen in 2023? We don't want to see a do or die game. We don't want to see an election where some of waiting at the diaspora, wherever they listen. We investment as salary, we not they keep some of not they keep money with this. So all we do they work now for send investment with country. We don't want to see somebody will go come fly out or raise tension, will come cause problems tomorrow way. Go affect some of we on investments and what we get done there. So now when we talk in any place, could they beg? Me don't want to call names. I know one for even mention what happened with Marcella and Lima. That's their own cup of tea. They can handle it in a different quarter. They can resolve it. You understand? But what would they say? NEC has to have a system in place, a standardized system where it's very consistent. And the police, please, Una not the full and full foot. Now taxpayer money they take pay una. If tension can at this country, we will call salon. Una safe, not safe. Una not safe. Not to yet tell only people then wait, we go feel safe and say if tension come or una safe. No, now una go be the victim. Now una same one go be the targets. Because now una people will go after. Because basically una fail for do una job, una sign for save life and property. So whatever property within that environment, that vicinity there, now una responsibility for protect them. Let person not come inside there, can take ballot paper, they go burner or they go and not on a personal property. Una did it for serve the people of Salone. Political party they come and go. Una job still day, una still day. Do your job to the honest, be honest to yourself. Then go make Salon go before. Otherwise, they make could suffer so because when they make people they come into governance, we don't not suffer. So when they come, they don't even forget that kind of empathy. They don't even forget that kind of feeling. They don't even forget that kind of initiative. How for turn things around. How for make things people then feel better because they not suffer. If me not say I suffer for this position, where I get, I go do waiting right for make sure say I not lose them easily. So we they beg there. Police wanna get if the job of neck get for be easy. Now wanna go make it easy for them. That's a meal take care.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you dey live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Me, I got a call from Maryland.
3 minutes, sir.
All right, thank you. Me, now one thing first. Fanima Sierra Leone will not amend the constitution for law reduce the powers of the president. Then problem there will get for continue for CM. Because if the president now appoint the next commissioner, the president now appoint the IG, the president now appoint the HC commissioner, then they are always they continue. Because right now, the order is power right now, then they take and say the next get credibility. But when it comes to the opposition now, they say let's not get credibility. So how long will they for this? Would they spend money for their material and they how all the time when they say election, pass them destroy ballot box net. If you don't people are there in power, we be saying our president and they appoint the IG. We don't see Constitution 110. A sitting minister destroy ballot box. No arrest was made. So what do you expect again if the other thing again happen? We be say now the vice president and the chairman of the police, then the internal affairs minister now they control the police. So what you get to happen until we change the constitution? We will release the powers of the president. If not, next then credibility get for always in at stake. And the people who they attack Marcella in personality when they go after say Imana APC, that day it don't make sense to me. For a man for be APC, he get right for belong, anytime you want belong. But a man for be APC, you don't get nothing to do with what the woman they give submission. If you get anything, just go direct to the woman, but not go mention about a man. Then the citizen minister they give first remark. Me, I'm afraid of protection in 3. I hope say they never put things in place, that will cause to get peace. Thank you very much. May God bless me and God bless our salon.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, make and quick. Please, where you call 3 minutes. The line is very hot. So please just stay 3 minutes and then allow next person for talk. Yes, caller, you're live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, this is Mike from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, 3 minutes, sir.
I say next the boss when the boss they say nine for resign. You know. Because they tolerate the type here. If waiting then at the RRF form, they waiting about. That means when they do wrong thing inside the neck itself. And this nothing saying that something will just happen. This is something they don't plan. That's something they don't plan already. So when I get for be careful, neck. When I get for be careful, when I name not sound good at all right now. But just like all the contributors, you know, as long as I represent the people, and right now they don't increase their salary. So what else you expect? One government not working in the country and they want people to vote for it again. They don't do nothing. And as I said, when they tell people, they say, no, let not vote for Nigeria, and not do nothing. You know? Absolutely nothing, and not do. But now they first again for can power again, for can do anything. For can suffer the people more again. I'm not get shame, man. I'm not get shame as politician in another country. Right? Destroy the country so you know they expect people to vote for them again. Shame on you, Salon police. Right? See some people they broke ballot box and they burn the place. Now they do nothing. Shame on you now, Salon police. Now embarrassing, very embarrassing. I mean, contribution, anyway, bro.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
Oh, my name is Safika from Tennessee. How you everybody doing?
Good. 3 minutes, Safi.
Oh, okay, not a problem. I just want to contribute on this particular topic today, like who's Fred say about teaching the people how to participate to any elections. I just hope and pray one day we'll get politics academic learning center for teach people and how to participate in election and president or whatsoever position you want for all the politics area. Why I say that is it does not mean where you papa na president, I be president, I be vice president. You should be a president or vice president or any participant of government. You can be doctor. It does not mean your doctorate is participate on politics. You can be a lawyer, but if you are not a politician, you don't know how to carry politics. Because politics is the activities associated with governance of a country or other areas, especially debate or conflict among individual parties having or open to achieve power. So if you not learn, you don't really know what is politics. When you come in the field, you not gonna know how to achieve the power. The only thing you dream of to achieve your own personal needs. Now they bring the conflict. This thing where they go so people, then they see them, they bring thugs, then they bring people and youth them for fight. Why? Because of hope, no, the confidence, no, that things will go normal without crook, without like where Sierra Leone, then they say UK business pass through. Now you can bring them in there. If the peace day, people then they respect their position, then they respect the power where they people debate for it, they be hoping, they be having a hoping for achieve their own power. This then conflict they are not they come. You know they come along. But with the watch with Sierra Leone all over the world, whatever party come into power, what all the parties in Sierra Leone included, when I say, who they watch, any party will come, not give collapse to the people and not give peace of mind or respect to individuals, to communities, to teach people them how to be valued like they are, just to teach people them how to be violent, watching them. Whether APC, NGC, or whatsoever party you are in. But like I said, if we get an academic of politics or learn or teach people, then we respect the achievements of power. But particularly Sierra Leone, I've been they say this long time, like a year ago. The laws in Sierra Leone, I don't know the people who colonize me, who they try to copy, because it's like a nail in the tree. They point the nail in the tree, they will try for nail them and go inside to individual. Where we say the person where they in power, he is the command in chief. Yes, actually, it's right for saying that you are the chief in command. But why don't you think about the person who waste his sleep, will let him rest the bomb na fire, for dance with you, for enjoy with you, for receive you, for accommodate you? Hope that he will get a better life of change. But if you don't think they are, they come, they know they teach the picking them who on their 80s. Yeah, some things that don't pass 96 will be the pass of body, maybe they read them, or right now, when they make they acknowledge we, when they teach we, would they know what they pass by anything and But this particular time, let the people and be responsible for teach the people who they come tomorrow for all the power for be respectful. One guy when a minister what the in name na the internet so when if I not forget the name when Lai Lawrence Lim or something I watch him for one interview. Now very humble guy, very respectful to the words and what can I not. But if you then go inside this tower, then the young one them, then they try for jump. You not arata, you want for jump like an elephant. If you no mistake, you they misuse step. Then the young people can get a long way to carry the flag of Sierra Leone higher. So let them try for teach the people and when to do, how to do, where and how. So
Okay.
we'll be in peace. But the intimidation, the respect, the bullying word, the aggressiveness, it will see and it takes. So how if you not say if I go to trip where they welcome me with open hand, look what they tell me what I talk with confidence. But if I not say if I call triple, Safi I could been call you, but I know they call you again because now you own the program. So why they call I get the session? Let me just call triple. I know say you go ignore me call. So now we learn to put them
Okay.
values there, yeah. So people the people that we don't know, may they know. But the teacher, if you don't know what they teach, what in the student they learn. That's
Okay,
all my
Safi.
contribution today. Thank you,
All
my
right.
brother, and God bless.
Yeah. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and who call from, please.
Yeah, mina mine famaro
Amar, you have to speak up small, yeah. Please, low stick to 3 minutes, please.
Okay, no
Line
problem,
one.
sir. Sorry.
Continue.
Okay. Yeah, na mine famaro kuruma the call from Netherlands. Well, like me just one backing up. I'm glad in this screen make way they display na the screen. Like this girl way they na the screen so na this Scots Barry way I they see so messy. I know I'm very well. Where then they say they employ APC staff there. This girl wey dey na this criminal so now na wey I dey see na the minister of work Peter Bayugu Conte in your biological small brother in woman than dey and I call SLPP even now wey I see this scream so I call am I even put her on camera la show am we even don make phone so like I just dey get doubt over Lai Lawrence Lima wey in the talk say them employ APC staff them. So that na a big disgrace and shame to her for let incident talk and this safe. And in the lie Lawrence Lima na the perpetrator behind all the bad thing the way they happen na saloon when a politics and disadvantage to the civilians and the common people them. Any way bad thing happen, a name must play it. Any way bad thing happen, a name must play it. And a young man at the end, in the puts entire family into a risk. Then can life their way in the do so. And just for changing attitude. And we the youth them back, we get a problem in terms of election. Because now only way election don't reach, now the time we see politicians, then the moment when they give you something, you don't forget about that 10 years sufferness where you suffer. For make you get a youth now where politician will go to, you ask that politician, say, waiting you don't do. Not waiting you intend for do, now waiting you don't do first. How much of we now the youth say we go able to ask them question in day again? You know, the best thing we can ask, now waiting you can't wait for we. And I believe so we the youth them back, certain things that we're responsible for them. And we see a clear video where a ward coordinator make where in talk say, then talks them where then go burn them neck materials then. He say he see them some side where then talk say then a SLPP, then they all like clear evidence. Where Lima they go say today in the see them facts in the all. I will not ever see any video like that where like they include APC. But any violence will happen there. And they talk about Dr. Mara in issue one for good. Dr. Mara na Koinadugu register and get right for even vote. So I don't know if you say Dr. Mara and go on Koinadugu in bad. Then the ministers, the way they left the offices, then they go, they believe in the issue. Now for be the topic. Or like let them forget about APC. Even if Anes former presidents for being good safe. You know what I mean? Now in party go for go campaign for. Hence you know the vote. And if it's any APC somebody make the way they show we a video for. So all them talk when they talk, they don't get evidence over them. Like they also now they get evidence. Because you side and talk, they go kidnap, almost a kidnap. That's what I go say. Go put a councillor under full control, say if they're not think about the big people who then they beat them for don't gear. And then call somebody in name that the scene they wait and say now withstand then they with. We see them videos then they not to think we hide again. I'm your contribution.
Okay,
and
thank you very much, Famo. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Hello?
Yes, you did live on here, sir. Your name and who the call from.
Yes, Tripoli, this is Ahmed Tijanda. How you do?
Good, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you for pick me call. Me on go be very short. I just want to make a short analysis here for say accept believe the claim way the opposition they make with regards to this particular ward election. Still, if you go through the polling stations, then this particular polling station where they contest about now the only polling station we get 81% voter turnout. If you calculate, inside they say SLPP get 149, APC get 83, and you get 11 invalid votes. We go to 243. If you and the voter registered at that particular polling stations in at 300. This tell you say something play on this particular polling station. Then the doctor that figure day because all the other stations then they not get the average voter turnout for that whole ward day na 61%, and this particular ward Ingo gets 81%. That claim we Dr. Richard Conte and they make me I believe say they're right. This particular NEC official he changed that figure day from 49 to 149, and this not I believe say not today they don't start this. It just happened say this time around the opposition them is so vigilant now make them able to pick this up. And if we can recall the last 2018 election up to the dates, they not read the final results because they're not be able to reconcile the final results. The percentage being there over 100% where you calculate everything. They just can't give it figures say this candidate get this number of votes and this candidate get this number of votes and the percentage, but they don't ever give a comprehensive result for that 2018 election. These people then they don't say where they depend this, and I believe say the opposition then for stand strong this time around. For later we go able to get a credible election come 2023. This is just the analysis we maybe will make. If you want, I can send you the reconciliation they would then do na NEC. I'll get the spreadsheet with me now with a screenshot of them where I go send to you. If you want for see and do the analysis. Now that number I get for say. Thank you very much for giving the platform.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Oh, this is Francis.
Yes, Francis, you get 3
How are you?
minutes, sir.
Yeah, AAA. How are you, pa? Yeah. Oh, brah, you see that election, this is not just a game. Them people, they know what they do. You know, this is not just a preamble what to get for CAM 2023. You know, na test kit, so SLP na testing the test, so the strong goal of them. We said that vote on a strong goal of APC. A strong goal. We said Kabbalah. A strong goal of APC. Now test and test, they on side. If they do this, which will be the outcome. But me no that me not to me concern me, I dey blame the neck. That man will call himself saying I the spokesman for it. Then can people need for arrest him. What they talk? You don't acknowledge say the man is saying that he writes the figure. You don't acknowledge say the man writes the figure. So if the man writes the figure, say so you don't acknowledge say that he writes them, then make he sign them. But people they don't think say this now 49 for DD. It's una go ahead at the system and input them. They say because that the man don't write them. Triple A. This like a clear day robbery. Clear day robbery. I'm telling you, if that still continue, APC na so they can follow election. Definitely, that's when they can follow election. Now they take a calcul picking that's what they get for election. That's what they get for election. The man that acknowledge the RF form they all the presidential they say that this figure, this figure, this figure. But you say the man because of his sign them, he acknowledge in any right time he sign them, something a mistake or something. Oh my God. People are in confusion this.
Thank you very much, Francis. Look how this caller. Yes, caller, your name and also the call from, please.
Oh, Triple A. Thank you very much for taking my call. This is Omar to call from Los Angeles.
3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know, Triple A, what you mean to say now is, what SLPP do, is absolutely no work. Bad. But Triple A, I don't say this all the time. All the time. The party will call themselves say, then at the party will know what for do. Then they do the thing what they're supposed to do for the people of Sierra Leone. None of them party are not care about Salone. Okay? Because if you remember the press conference with Samura, make them days here, more than half of that press conference, because me listen to them. Now, former President Kaba, he be the praiser. Why Samura be the praise former President Kaba so much? You know, if you talk that much about Anes by Kroma. Now, because of what from where they bring democratic government in Sierra Leone, in the best so far, and then 3 people here. Samura talks so much about Pakaba because of the institutions where Pakaba be the build. Why Pakaba build an institution? Not for 10 years old. Pakaba build an institution for make they can hold the foundation of we country. Tell like what in don't die go so now, let them they be the pillars of we nation. When APC kind of power, a lot of them skirmishes where they show up today, maybe they show up during the term. Then before them mass 19 and they don't. We all know what happened with that other lady, waiting and named Christian at top. Now SLPP they work out. They say himself, now so he been do. When they go to that, he tell them say, if you actually go to police. Let nobody know fool you, my brother. This not do me or do you. Which is completely, absolutely wrong. But I then guy and then guy then they do them very, very ruthlessly. We all listen to them. According to them, the APC, they get clear evidence. We shows it, the man, and listen, we have anybody who work in the hospital. When you make a mistake, now line you draw, you sign your name. That means it's the wrong thing you do. Now, with the technology, you not even read that it's in the way they not even want to get like erased with pencil. Because if you do that, now a crime. So the man don't talk, say, the man make a mistake, now he put his signature. No need not again. Samuel Wise, like say himself, then just go pull on a college last week. Because enable convince the man, so he himself accept the argument. If for holding ground, say, no, sir, not a mistake. And a wrongdoing. But I think that the man will convince him, he accept that. Look what in Lahai Lawrence Luma do. Lahai Lawrence Luma, not to the first in this. Anyway, APC don't go for be careful with this young man. Even where APC been there na power. Now the one will go jump na SLBC. Just for go attack somebody who say something about Madabio. Pastor them put on a Pademba road. So this APC na the beg this way they spread. Because Then thing now what they happen, not a new thing. Then they claim say then are the party of the people and then care about the people. Why some of them regulation now will not be done take care of them? Why will not be done make sure say all them thing where say SFDP listen to what it is anything is now so that be say or it did at the constitution. Constitution now will not see what in the go on there. APC completely win this election. But now the bet this would have been spread because when they in power, and that's by Chroma, some of them here change the constitution, change things and they are about elections, change the provisions about election, make it stronger, make it firm. If you been love Sierra Leone, now that thing that they before don't change, you did it for 11 years, they not do anything. So this now the bet this way they spread, they just therefore go up there and lay down. And they not begin to do it because this next guy we all know. This next guy now matter be your counter. If anybody in the right frame of mind feels say this guy he can do the right thing, think again.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Omar. You did live on
Yes,
here,
sir.
sir. Your name and where you call from?
No, Ezekiel, they call from Oregon.
3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Omar, what do you say? All not true, obviously. Changes that we Pakroma for don't make in Odwan. But we'll not forget say that was the reason actually we they kick APC out of power because they've been done they do things we right. We all they agree with. You know, when you can make changes, now that we expect for it happen. You know, because how long that will continue. So now you try for tell if then we change again, Madabio, that not the same thing we for expect from APC. No, we are tired of this. We don't tire for that. We don't tire for that. We want people for come in and can make changes. You know, it's so painful for watch, so painful for listen to them. You know, really painful. This. What side would they go? What side the country they go? You know, a very simple, problem they everywhere. The police they do their job. Neck, they do a job. Would I now go do the right thing? Would I now go do the right thing? Somebody be talk about the police say, no, they try for do the right thing. We problem will come, then go run after. And that is true. It can for happen. You know, then we say, oh no, they talk about violence, but you guys, then why then they push people in too much? They push people in too much. This year, they do and 10 people in the sea. You know, it's so funny when them politicians are waiting, they go na TV or radio station, then they talk like say the people are stupid. You know, the things that way is so egregious, way is sad now. Like then they go sit down, then they left the truth. You know, like say people and they see, like say people and know they understand. You know, a camper food business, so a camper governance, so the president they go sit down and they drop in yon. Like say the people and they know what thing they go wrong with them. You know, they just they lie. Nobody no politician know the way they go on TV and say, that party they not true, but now so thing what they try for do for address her. Every time then just whether they sing the praises, they want sing for that man for the party in power till the mouth one sweep the ground. Would that go do the right thing? We'll not get no system. No system in place. Now that's the problem. We'll not get no system. You know? The system not they work the people away, then they put that nobody know the sacrifice. Even if somebody puts changes today for let the president not get too much power. The other one they can pull all the other one the way they for enforce that thing they then put other one then they wait and go begin sweeping ground. We are in trouble. That country we are in trouble. We are in trouble. People in power hungry, kid, and then go kill everybody if it can't back up. Sadly. Unfortunately, that's where we are. We they talk no more, but they were then don't tie, then don't ready. 2023, my God. No. Hopefully, me family they all go run, go sit down a village. They not care. They not care about people in life at all. People in the die left and right. They not care. Let God help them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nick. on our credibility, they on the line. Salon police. Well, I know so on our credibility, they on the line. Because people them always they raise eyebrows on una. And we don't play a video na ya. Also, a senior OSD officer say the government of the day na we dey for. Na the order we dey take. We still have that video. It's an archive. Even though Salon Police go say, we are a political. We not mix pan politics. We then say order from the above, then say, yes, you get ranks. So now that ranks they then they talk about. Obey and complain later. Sierra Leone. Let us be wise. Let we do the right thing. Me already, they feel bad for the people that will left their house. Go vote. Because they not doing correctly. Then vote not be count. Shame on the political parties. Instead of teaching those people how to vote correctly. No. Then we get another thing under the sleeve. For pull up come elections day. Me, not they give up on Salon. I believe say Salon go rise one day. And let us not forget the slogan is New Direction. So if in a new direction, we not foresee the things the way the old direction do, and the new direction for do. No. I can always tell when I am. If you people, you love ones there in this salon, if you have investment in Sierra Leone, you not go want the odds for happen na salon. Just me, you not go want that. Because the one we don't see, we know how the turnout for be, and we don't want that anymore. So when people are talking, please, the one that already in authority, wanna listen. This not to do or die. The feto na the fetol. Boduya. O get good road. Na then two party. O get good road. We get water. We get electricity. We get hospital who go bust off. Good healthcare system. We get jobs them around. So what did the defect for can do for we? What are they fighting for? For fix things? Or for can thief more? Or for drag we go bien more? What are they fighting for? What did they defect for? Oh, Salon. Get all the minerals. Okay. Now the benefits we today, not the benefit tomorrow. Even with fertile ground, we'll get good agriculture. Are we taking advantage of that? No. Now they take advantage of that. What will get today? Waiting as Sierra Leoneans we can boast of right now. Waiting we as Sierra Leoneans can boast of now. The peace, the transition, the democracy. Now they try for tumble back, let go in a gutter. Why? Sierra Leone, why? The youth of them. I thought agree. Now I want for take as waiting. Eh? You think say that then go better you tomorrow? What do you feel say you tomorrow look like? Eh? For fit for politicians? Why you own fumble and no go fit for her? Na you? Na drugs? Na alcohol? Na in they make you? You get family? You want for get family? You want for be papa na house? Or you want for be papa na treat? Or you want for be papa na jail yard? What do you want for do? You say salon no get nothing for offer we. Yes. We don't catch youth man there. They help Chinese then ta trolla. They do what he not supposed to do na that area there. The youth man they were inside the boat there la say. Yes, that's what they do. Who they sell this country. Then they do the bad thing, no. Help foreigner. For make we self no get fish na market. Because waiting do? Everybody they think about himself. Nobody wants to know about the country. Nobody wants to know what's going on. They want to make it look like a for saying a dog eats dog world we day. Eh? Na so go de padiste. Audit service come back, he pull you on. Bah! We are like young, nothing no go come up behind it. Eh? Nothing. That's what we want. I got a couple of friends, them. We all go school. Some of them never invested in Sierra Leone. The neighboring countries then, I didn't invest. And it's sad for Sierra Leoneans, they tell you, see, then they at peace for invest in another country. I don't make reference now, not to one thing, not to two things. Say, you get your people in a saloon, you get investment in a saloon, eh? When they say run this salon, you they shake. Why? Because you get people in there, you get things in there. If anything goes south, who's going to pay you? Just like I talk earlier, I say, na normally, Amorobas then go attack na the house. Go with motoka, go with phones, go with all the valuables them within at the house. Empty the house, lock all the people inside one room. I be do it for the police give you update say, oh, now so they don't find out. Oh. Ask police say, they know you it. But then go find out. But this case they police oh. But police media say, then go they look into her. We don't want that for Sierra Leone. Armed robbery, kidnapping. We don't want her in our country. Eh? A man in Minneapolis say we good for spew hatred around. And we good for. Now remember say green, white and blue. Eh? Unity, freedom and justice. Even this case, it get for when neck done, it go get for end up back na the judiciary. Then say you and credibility back go there on the line. There, a peaceful Sierra Leone we want. If you no come for make, no come for poil. If you no plan for make, no plan for poil. Yeah? If you no come for make, no poil ya. If you no plan for make, no plan for poil ya for we. Because some of we, na ya. Na de we hat day, na de dem beg we nebul, na de everything day. So please, we de beg una. This we peaceful de bayo. Una left and so for we. Because the fet alone are the fet. Not for can make for we. But for check una body there una the fresh. Una belly and the big. Like me una ya. Na they drive expensive motokade. And they eat it una wa eat. Una never even understand what in the go on the market. So una de. How una the fet for? Not for help the poor person. Not for able to empower the poor person so that he can able to make himself put food on the table at the end of the day. He said, we all long-term manager. He said, even the picking themselves. Who sending for go school, give them to and say, go manager, yeah? We all are managers, them. That's what I go left with for today. But do ya? If you no come for make, no poil for we. Me na dandy no more. Na ya the big. Na the big we. Yeah? Because some of una, we were they out, some of we, now we they invest in Sierra Leone. Una we they dey? Una ne keep there. Hey, keep na salon? No. Na outside. Na they una they keep. So, I make una no care. There. I remember inside this week, I began to remind on Facebook, say 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Now we'll be talking about that bakery. Or we do the program now. Yeah. 2 years ago. Up to now. Bakery Kayanda. Salon. This country. Make them people and still they say, no. But how they go? How they go, yeah? Like Koka say the parliament itself very corrupt. Salon. Papa God. Okay. I left everything. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. Triple say, tata.